Hello everybody, how you doing today? This is Tony Rizano and this is the Affiliate Party Podcast. We are coming to you live today from the great city of Atlanta, Georgia, cruising down the highway. It is August the 2nd. It's a Sunday. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Whenever you listen to this, I hope you have a good day. Every day should be a good day. One thing my wife tells me that I do is a lot of times she'll say, you remember when this happened and that happened? I go, nope, I don't remember. She said, you never remember anything bad. I don't know. I just try to forget about it and block it out, Nothing's really that bad, you know what I'm saying? I'm still alive, so I'm doing all right. I'm still breathing, I'm all right. Of course, if you're breathing, you're alive, right? So, anything can be fixed, really, you can make it work. But anyway, today's episode, we're going to talk about autoresponders. Which one you should use, which one I use, and, why you should have an autoresponder. Well, first off, of course, if you're going to be in any business, brick and mortar business, online business, any business, you should have an email list because, of course, when you have an offer, you have a deal, you have a sale, you want to email somebody, you can email people, you can say, hey, we got this sale going on, that sale going on, things of that nature, So, an email list is important. A lot of times people won't buy from you for the first time. I'm sure you probably heard this 1,000 times, but it's true. A lot of times people won't buy you. Trust me, a lot of people won't buy from you for the first time. I've never had anybody buy me from the first time. Not yet, and because this business is still establishing itself, so nobody's going to buy. Of course, some people, they walk into Walmart, and of course they buy things, boom, right off the bat. But a lot of us, when you first get started in online marketing, you getting started in online business, people won't buy from you for the first time, but you have to follow up. The money's in the follow-up. So remember that. The money's in the follow-up. I read that in a book by Dan Kennedy. I probably said this in a couple of episodes before, but I read a great book by Dan Kennedy. I'm going to have to go home, look at the name of it, and write it down. I had to start keeping more notes so I can discuss about these books that I've been reading. A lot of the information I get has come from my brain and has come from books. I've tried to buy a few courses. The courses are okay. Some of the courses just say the same things that I've read in books, and I looked up information myself online. So, with that being said, autoresponder, you need one. I use GetResponse. I started off, I used MailChimp. I was in an MLM company. Said that quite a few times. I was in an MLM company. I don't know. I'm very hyper today. I don't know why I'm talking very fast. So forgive me if I'm talking too fast for you. But I was in an MLM company, and then I tried to use MailChimp. So, of course, I didn't know anything in the beginning stages. So I went to MailChimp, and they said, what kind of business are you in? I typed in MLM. And then, of course, 2 minutes later, or not even 2 minutes later, I think it was like a minute later, MailChimp blocked me. They blocked my account. They said, no, MLM, this, that, the other, So I had to move on. I had to move on from MailChimp. I know, it's crazy, but so if you're going to use MailChimp, don't be in an MLM company, anything like that, because MailChimp will definitely block you, and they will block you quickly. So then I went on from that. I used Aweber for a little while, and Aweber wasn't bad, but for me, in the beginning stages, I'm not the most technical savvy person in the world, so I tried to use Aweber, but it wasn't cutting it for me, and so I started using GetResponse, and then I started using GetResponse, and I had a couple of sales. So I decided I was going to stick with GetResponse just because I thought, hey, they might be kind of lucky. And also, GetResponse is a lot easier for me to use. It's easy for me because it just seems more simple. And of course, the kind of emails I do just plain. I don't get into all these pictures and all this type of stuff. I just use plain old emails, and I just write stories. And the one thing I need to work on with my emails is the headlines. A lot of my headlines are kind of crap, but the better the headline, the better response you'll get. So, and then in the future, I'll give you some examples of some headlines that I actually use that actually got some pretty good rates and pretty good clicks and all that stuff. But yeah, I use Get Response. It's pretty easy for me to use. And then of course I just do a plain. If you're new to emails and you don't really want to do a whole lot of filling around, I would just do a plain text. You can always they have a Get Response they have one that you can use where you can just slap a picture on there and then write some email. But I just stopped using the picture as well because I figure, I don't know, I don't think people really care about the pictures that you post. I mean, me myself, I don't want to sit there and post pictures of me with a bunch of money and think, because if I'm posting pictures with me with a bunch of money in it, and you click on the whatever I'm being an affiliate for, and you think you're gonna get $1 million in the next 5 minutes, then we don't need to work together anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm not posting pictures of myself and posting pictures of $1 million, but I just use Get Response, and I just use the plain old email, and I have about 400 people on my email list, and so far they're okay, but it's more my fault than anybody. I don't blame them for being kind of a dead email list. In the beginning, when I was getting the people, they were signing up, I wasn't really responding as fast as I should. I wasn't emailing every day, but in the last month I decided I started emailing a lot more. So, but that's another thing. When you get an email list, no matter if you got 2 people on email list or you got 200 people on email list, just start emailing. Don't worry about how big your list is, because it doesn't really matter how big your list is. If they don't respond, then it doesn't matter anyway. You're not gonna make any money. So I don't give a damn if you got 10 people. If 10 people respond and 10 people buy from your email list, and if you got 1,000 people on your email list and none of them respond, then I mean, who's ahead? The person with 10 emails. So so just remember that. And so that's that for email marketing. I mean, it's more to it than everything, but I'm not an expert, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm an expert and try to tell you a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really. I mean, I've gotten better with my emails have gotten better. The one thing I need to work on in everything that I do is my headlines. My headlines are sometimes god awful. I write good stuff, but it's just if I get the headlines down pat, then I'll start cooking with real hot grease. But yeah, so remember that you can write crap in the body, but if the headline's good, then people, of course, they're gonna read it. And because I mean, I've written quite a few things, and I'm like, man, I like what I've written, and then I get to the headline, I'm like, what should the headline be? So I have to go back and work on that. It's a guy that I follow. His name is Ben Settle. He's pretty good with email marketing. So I study some of his headlines. I mean, I'm not gonna use the one he's used, of course, because I don't do the whole copy and paste thing. But he has good creative headlines. So I would like to eventually start having headlines that's quite creative, that'll make you open up the email list. But of course, as always, when you're doing emails, just make sure you write in your tone. Don't write like you're talking like somebody else. Don't try to be Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care. Just be yourself, and it all work out for the most part. As long as you stick with it. Consistency is the key to this whole. Consistency is the key to this whole shebang. If you hear a lot of noise, I'm driving, so I'm driving the truck back to the terminal. I have to drop it off. I'm taking a few days off. I got to take care of some things at home, so don't worry about it if you hear a lot of noise. It's just me driving. But anyway, yeah, just be consistent and keep showing up every day. That's one thing I had to learn, though. When I first started, I probably repeat myself 100 times because the same shit, but you need to hear it, though. And it's so true. It's just because people not clicking on to you, people not, you're not getting as far as you think you should in the beginning. It's just like check your ego at the door. Don't worry about it. Eventually, you'll get to where you got to go. You'll build an audience. You'll build a rapport with people, and then the sales will start coming in, and it'll be better that way. Don't think you got to hot shot anything. Don't think you got to cheat your way. Because I know a lot of people, they cheat, they lie, they bullshit you around, and they say all this type of stupid shit about how I'm making I'm making fucking excuse my language, but they'll say I'm making fucking $100,000 a month, and they ain't making none of that shit, you know. Sorry about the profanity, but who gives a shit? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just talking right now, but yeah, a lot of people, they lie and all that type of shit. So you just want to avoid those kind of people, you know. Just be yourself, and I mean, all that shit will work out. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. So that's that. Yeah, just be yourself, and the emails, you'll figure them out. The email responders, some of you might like Get Response, some of you might not. Some of them might not. Some of them you might go with MailChimp. Some of you, you know, ConvertKit. There's all kinds of email responders. You know, it don't matter. The most important thing is find something that you're comfortable with, something that you're comfortable with the price, and get in there and figure out how to get emails. I mean, figure out how to get people on your email list and work it from there. And then, of course, you know, write them every day and always. I mean, when I first started, people was telling me you shouldn't try to sell them every day, but I mean, me personally, I'm like, what the hell is the point of me emailing them if I'm not emailing them an offer, you know? If I don't have something to offer people, then why would I email them, you know? I mean, I know them. Of course, I want to be, you know, they're on my email list, you know? I mean, we're not going to go out and drink beer every night. Of course, I don't drink beer with anybody on a daily basis except for my wife, but, you know, I mean, the people that come to the email list, they expect to be sold something, you know? They expect to be driven somewhere, you know, to a YouTube channel, to a, you know, anything, you know? An app you might have, anything, you know? I mean, you don't have necessarily to say, give me money every damn night, but you definitely want to say, hey, you know, check out this link or read my article or do something. You want to drive them somewhere, you know? Just don't be emailing them to email them, you know? I tried that one day, and I just felt like an idiot. I was just writing, and then I didn't put anything. And then somebody actually sent me an email. They said, did you forget the link? And I was like, oh damn. I was like, yeah, I should have just sent the link to something, because I mean, the email was pretty good, actually, you know. That was in the beginning. I was like, oh damn, I think I actually made a decent email. So with that being said, you know, my name is Tony Rizzano. That's it for today. We'll talk again tomorrow. And as always, peace.